Want your own token on Ethereum? It's super simple. Let's launch our own ERC20 token. For this video, I will make use of Foundry. If you want to know how to set up Foundry in your local environment, step by step, I will leave a link in the description below to my GitHub repo, where I have written all of the steps that you need to set up Foundry. All right, let's do Foundry up. This will tell me that I have forge, cast, anvil, chisel. Great. Now let's do forge init. This will initialize a new repository. You can see right here. For this contract, I'm going to make use of OpenZeppelin. OpenZeppelin has a lot of contracts that are already pre-deployed and audited as well. But if you don't want to make use of OpenZeppelin, I will leave a link in the description below where you will learn how to set up your contract of my token without ever using OpenZeppelin. But for this project, I'm going to make use of OpenZeppelin to hyper boost my deployment process. So let's install OpenZeppelin. Let's do forge install OpenZeppelin /OpenZeppelin -contracts --no -commit. Let's give it a second and we will be able to see in our lib folder OpenZeppelin is already installed. Let's remove all of the unnecessary things that we do not need. And let's create a new file called mytoken.sol. That's the Solidity file. This will have our license, SPDX, license identifier, MIT. We will use Pragma Solidity, version, anything above 18 would be okay. So let's import the ERC20 token. This is a pre-deployed contract. This would help us a lot. This is within contracts directory. Within this, you will be able to see token, and this has ERC20.sol. Now let's create our contract. Let's call it my token is ERC20. This will be our contract. It will have a constructor and it will only take one thing, that is the supply. Now we can call this function. It basically just needs two things. The first is the full name of your token. So I'm going to call it Utkarshini token. And then it needs a symbol. So that would be UT. And I only need one functionality, that is mint. Message.sender will be minting this and they will be minting the initial supply. That looks great. That's pretty much the entire contract. You can see it was quite fast. Alright, so our mytoken.sol is ready. Now let's move on to deploying our contract. Before that, let's just compile it. So we can do forge build. This will compile our entire contract and everything is successful. That looks great. Now let's write our deployment script. So that will be mytoken.s.sol. It would again need the same things. Let's just copy it from here. Since this is a script, I'm going to import it from forge. Script from forge std script.sol. Perfect. Next, I'm going to import my token contract. From src mytoken.sol. Okay, great. And what this function is going to do, it's just going to, first let's start it, and it's going to create my token. Let's call it MT equal to new my token. It needs only one parameter, that is our initial supply. And that's pretty much it. We can now stop the broadcast and simultaneously return MT. Yep, that's pretty much it. So our deploy script is also ready. So we need two files. We need .env and we also need makefile. So in .env file, you need your Sepolia RPC URL. You can get this from anywhere. You can make use of Infura or any other RPC URL services. You need a private key of your wallet, and you also need Etherscan API key. Now, once you have all of that ready, now you can simply run the command make deploy ARGS. Here we will mention our network, that is Sepolia. Let's give it a second. It's compiling. Verification is still pending. It's verifying the transaction on Etherscan live. The contracts are verified. Now let's go ahead and check it out on Etherscan. So just type etherscan.io. When you go on this website, make sure that you select the correct network, that is Sepolia testnet. Paste your contract address, and there we go. We can see that Utkarshini token is live. Perfect. That's amazing. This is probably the fastest video that I have made yet so far. Well, that's because it's really that easy to deploy your own token on Ethereum. If you want to learn more about Ethereum token standards, you can visit this website, or you can click on subscribe button to my channel and keep learning.